But anyways, so from that, then some beautiful Trump imagery and music, then some disheartening news as it relates to, well, what can I say? P. Diddy is PC'd up, they call it, all right? This dude, the news that just went out, he's in jail, and he will literally not be able to move outside of his, he'll be in solitary confinement for his protection. And if he wasn't P. Diddy, same thing. He's not P. Diddy anymore. Right now, he's a chomo. Okay?
Yep.
He's a chomo. And in the prison culture, you know, gang members, you know, they have a social order. Shoot, they have higher integrity than our own government, to tell you the truth. You know that? They do. I swear to you, I'm just thinking about that. That's right. I had greater respect when I was in 619 days of pre-trial detention because the FBI is a bunch of scumbags. By the way, kicked your butt. It wasn't just me that defeated you in 2 federal trials. I helped get other people exonerated just playing your undercover recordings of you talking about entrapping people. Anyways. So when I was in federal detention, I understood the social order. They tried to get me. It was like purgatory for going on to the big house, you know, after you get convicted and you go to jail. A lot of these guys, 30 years, life, just crazy stuff like that. But they have an ethical standard that they go by that it has much higher integrity than the people that are running our government. Okay. So when they hear of and the way you increase your rank, you literally will, you know, go, if you go various rank, you start out as a new guy. First thing you got to do as soon as you walk in is you got to fight. Normally, I didn't have to do that, but if I did, I would have, you know, but I had no problem with that. I held my own and let anybody push me around, but I was very respectful, always respectful, but I was always known as somebody that didn't take any crap. You give me crap, I will frickin' come at you like a Brahma bull. And in a lot of cases, I got the support of everybody around me, like, leave Santilli alone, because you got the Southsider car. And I'm mentioning this because P. Diddy's going to have to deal with this. You got the Southsiders, you know, skinheads, Southsiders. You skinheads, Southsiders, black car, Pisces. The Pisces are the illegal aliens and Mexicans. They're the hardest working people in the prison system. They are. Swear to God, they are. I mean, even the stupid cartel members, they work hard. They make stuff. You know, they make string. They taught me how to make string. It's very, very industrious. But so anyways, a chomo is dressed up in a bright yellow, in our unit anyways. We're in blue, you know, and chomos are in yellow, surrounded by 5 guards. You come out of solitary, they surround you with 5 guards. Because as you're going to and from, anyone that shanks a chomo immediately goes high up in rank. They will even in the prison system, if you shank a chomo, they will even take like on a 30-year, 50-year prison sentence. They will gladly take a year in the what they call the SHU, the special housing unit. The common criminal in the prison system is a chomo. Child molester. If you're a rapist, you're a disgusting, low-life form of a man. And the convicted prisoners treat you as such. You are a criminal within that society. P. Diddy abusing a 9-year-old boy, I can't wait till he gets shanked. But I don't want it by Hillary Clinton's people. I don't want to hear about suicide. When you hear suicide, I don't want to hear suicide. I want to hear that P. Diddy got shanked by one of my OGs, my shot callers. get them. And they will get them. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're an egregious chomo, guess what happens with the 5 guards that are surrounding you? There's another social order there, too. If the guards are told to turn away, they have to for a high-profile chomo. And there's like a code of conduct. They're not going to call for a guard to do something like that unless they're a high-value target. But the guards will, all of a sudden receive a phone call and go look at their clipboard, turn their back while P. Diddy gets shanked in the temple. He'll be dropped. I hope he is. Best thing for him is to be in that environment. I'm going to call them my people. They are my people. Believe it or not, there's, yeah. The only real scumbags that I encountered, but they got some prison justice, were the Russian mafia guys. They were thieves, and you can't be stealing the way they did. I'd have my door cracked or something like that. And I had like the most amount of commissary. I had like the largest quantity of Skittles, and also the currency is soups. So I had soups and Skittles. Skittles was for all of the heroin addicts that came in off the streets and just thrown in a box and almost die. So that was my work. Shank Diddy. Shank him. And I'm not calling for it. I'm just saying everybody needs to cheer it on in the system. Cheer it on in the system. Shank him. I don't, all the witnesses will come forward, expose whatever. He made that move. He abused a young child. You do that? That's right. Deb Santilli.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's before we go to you, real quick.
I got a lot to say about this.
Okay, all right. We're going to put you on screen. I was going to go to that promo there.
Yeah.
But lot to say about this.
Yeah. Well, for anyone who missed the press conference from the attorney yesterday, Busby.
We played it this morning.
I know you played it early on, but we have all kinds of new people on. Good morning, everyone who's just joining us on all of our networks, internet-wide. When I watched this press conference, I was shocked,
Why?
But because they finally came out with it and said some truth, right? With the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, they were not that transparent. Let's put it that way, right? They were not that transparent with Jeffrey Epstein. But this attorney is a private attorney. So 120 people have hired this. It's like a class action suit against P. Diddy.
Majority
right?
are children.
120 people. No, the majority are not. But out of that 120, 25 of the people that he's representing are or were minors at the time that they were sexually abused by P. Diddy and the other people that were around him. And the youngest being 9 years old so far. So this is just one attorney. There will be more. There will be more. I promise you that. It's going to happen. They made that clear in the press conference that they had that he comes on by saying, I know you guys want me to name names, and I will, he says. The attorney Busby says, I will name names, and there were a lot of people involved in this, people who stood by and watched. We know who you are, right? And he's going to name names. This is not going to be like a Jeffrey Epstein thing, right? Where everybody's quiet, everybody's secretive. They're going to come out with it, and it makes you wonder why. Why was Jeffrey Epstein more protected, and well, the people who surrounded Jeffrey
Yeah.
Epstein. Why are they being more protected than the people who were surrounding P. Diddy and able to, and indeed took part in it? That's
Yeah.
what he's saying. There's more indictments coming. But only one indictment other than Epstein was Ghislaine Maxwell. So Ghislaine Maxwell, she's in prison. Jeffrey Epstein is dead, and none of the people that participated in their little scheme has ever been heard of, right? We don't know who they are. And you can't help but kind of look at it and say, well, what's the difference between the two? Children were getting, raped and sexually abused. And do you know what I think it is? I thought
What?
you would ask me. Yeah, already. I think because on Jeffrey Epstein's list, there are such powerful people in government, world government, right?
Yeah.
And corporations that they wouldn't dare release those names because they're protecting them still.
Yes,
These
they are.
politicians and judges,
And they
police
have the
officers.
power to secure that protection. They've stacked
P.
the deck.
Diddy is the Hollywood guy.
Yeah, right.
The Hollywood guy.
Or,
And-
Elon Musk asked the question, how many people, he sent that press conference, out when the word got out that a 9-year-old boy was abused. Elon Musk sent a message out. How many of you in Hollywood and in the music industry knew that this was going on? And I said, no, better question is, how many people in Hollywood and the music industry are still abusing children?
Oh, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
That's the bigger question
You-
it's an epidemic. Okay. As a matter of fact, listen. We've spoken to Tila Tequila.
Yes.
All right, and my goodness, she broke my heart. She
Directly.
did. She
you
did.
spoke
Right.
to her directly, yes.
Directly. You cannot rise up in the music industry without just surrendering yourself to sex slavery.
That's it.
You cannot advance. That entire industry is so corrupted. Now, with the woke side of the business, that means gay. Okay?
Sure.
That's what we're going to say. The gay mafia is the woke agenda, all right?
It is.
Your sexual deviants, okay? They know how to control that stuff because what do? When they're homosexuals, back in the day when you were, not out to the closet, they use that as leverage to blackmail you. They'd capture a politician, they'd capture a business executive,
a judge,
so on and so on. And the gays were with the lures. So they acquired a lot of power. Now they've hijacked the culture, and they're making it acceptable to abuse children.
Once upon a time, in the bustling world of scientific discovery, a seemingly ordinary molecule has emerged as the hero of the century: hypochlorous acid. Curativa Bay, a Florida-based wellness company that offers a groundbreaking solution in skin care and disinfection with our hero technology. Hypochlorous acid is nothing short of miraculous, providing the best solution for skin breakouts and accelerating the healing of burns and wounds. Imagine something 80 times more effective than bleach, yet completely non-toxic and safe for you and your loved ones. Our skincare line is crafted with meticulous care, using only all natural ingredients sourced from the USA. Our hypochlorous formulations combine pure Dead Sea salt and purified water, ensuring a 2-year shelf life for our skincare products and a 5-year shelf life for our disinfectants. At Curativa Bay, we pride ourselves on offering 5-star customer service, reflecting our dedication to ensuring every customer's complete satisfaction. Join the thousands of satisfied customers who trust Curativa Bay for their wellness needs. Go to CurativaBay.com and don't forget to use promo code PETE for 10% off and free shipping for orders over $50.